is what we're here to talk about. Because business people, that's what we care about. There's nothing more precious to a business than time and money. And the problem is that what we fail to see sometimes is that when there's a mindset mismatch, which happens all the time between the US and China. I'm using US and China. I know not everybody in this room is Chinese or American, but it's a nice template to work from. That when there's a mindset mismatch, it costs time, it costs money. So in a business, we want to avoid that. These are stereotypes that I have encountered that Americans tend to hold of China and Chinese people. If you don't hold these yourself, or any subset of them, you've certainly heard people who hold these stereotypes. And again, you better be ready to be reacting, to have your amygdala going off when you observe certain kinds of behavior, because that's one thing, again, the human mind does, is it categorizes. We jump to conclusions, we make snap judgments about people. The overall point that I'm trying to make here is let's look in the mirror first.
The Chinese don't want to rule the world. This is very important for mindset. This is the quickest way I can summarize the right mindset. The Chinese do not want to rule the world. They're pretty darn busy already. They're pretty darn busy just ruling China. They have 14 countries on their borders. They've got internal insurrection. They've got environmental degradation. They've got income disparity. They've got rural poverty. They've got nature. Listen, they're really, really busy. The fact that they're getting a Navy, hoo-ha, they're going to have like what, four aircraft carriers one day. Okay, the US control all the naval shipping lanes in the world. How are they supposed to have energy security? And how are they supposed to have a defensive presence when their traditional enemies, i.e. the Japanese, are on the other side of the water? They're not trying to take over the US or any other place. To work with the Chinese, you have to be willing to know how the Chinese see the world, see themselves, and see us. Yes, the Chinese do think they're superior, but so do we. So what's the problem? Are we really committed to this idea of a unipolar world? Because they're not. They don't want to rule the world. Why are we threatened by the fact that they want to continue to be a powerful nation? They're making a huge contribution in so many ways to the world. Let them have their prestige and their power. They want us to continue to be prestigious and powerful too. They want to be our partners. And number 3, Chinese culture is about food, money, and survival. Kind of wanting to establish that you don't really want to go into China cold, and you don't want to go in alone, and for God's sake, don't rush it.
And all these things you cannot learn by watching, by research. It has to be there. That's those lessons that I thought I knew until you actually be in the nitty-gritty of the operations and work that you will never learn. So if you really have the visions to tap into the, I think, once in a lifetime, and the biggest, fastest of opportunities in the human history, you need to be there. You have to be there. You cannot learn from outside.